The civil rights movement didn't begin in the North, it started in the South and worked its way up. Freedom was hard to receive, as if people aren't people just because of race. Harsh reality breaks you down, but as blacks stood together, they accomplished and pursued. They are not objects, they are not things. They are human beings.
1944, white primary was the cut of African Americans in politics.
Ma'am, we came to vote. Good afternoon, ladies. There's your literacy test. Thank you. Have a good afternoon. Ma'am, wait. Can you help me read this? I can't understand the words they're saying.
Go get an education then.
Ma'am, can you help me read this? I can't understand. No, you have to pass the literacy test in order to vote. But that's not fair. I have the amendment to vote. If you can't read it, then leave.
Talmadge had passed before taking office for the fifth time, so citizens wrote in his name for his fathers, and he took office illegally. Arnold disagreed with Eugene Talmadge's son, Herman Talmadge.
I will take my father's place and help Georgia and its politics.
You don't have the authority nor the right to be in this Senate, you seductive bastard.
You can believe your own crap, but I won. Now accept it, Alice Arnold. You never deserved it.
Go, Alice Arnold!
During the time periods, civil rights for African Americans was a huge event. The 1900s is an unyielding proclamation to whites and blacks.
Was segregated while blacks went to one school and whites to another. There lived a girl named Linda Brown who had to walk blocks to get to a black school while there was a white school down the street. So her parents sued and hired a lawyer named Thurgood Marshall. This case is known as Brown vs. the Board of Education. The case showed the importance for desegregation for schools, but Herman Talmadge and Covenant at the time opposed this.
Part of my daughter having to walk blocks when there's a perfectly good school near. It's ridiculous.
Well, I see your point of view of your child, but a black child shouldn't be mixed in a school with white children.
Judge us because of our race and color. But if your child had to walk miles, wouldn't you change that perspective quickly?
Please stop listening to this unrequired lawyer. Dismiss this case now. I oppose to this ridiculous statement.
About this, my feet can't stand the pain of walking to a school so far away.
Wait just a second. This file shows that Senate of Congress in the White House wants to integrate schools. Well, Judge, take a look at this.
Race and color can be integrated in schools of white children to be a fulfilling society. Well, if the law states it, then I approve the case of Linda Brown.
Give me this paper, Judge. What? It does state it. White with blacks? What a disgrace.
It's not a disgrace. It's a new time and a new generation. Linda, my dear, now your feet won't be sore.
Thank you so much.
Anytime you help bring justice is needed.
Never thought that blacks and white children could mix, but you gave me hope for a better future generation. Don't let me down.
Dare you not support your own kind, you ratchet judge.
I do what's right and the law is the order. I can't believe I ever voted for an abhorrent fool like you.
Well, Judge, let me tell you something. You're fired!
The movement described how blacks sat in at white-only restaurants and transportation systems in Georgia to end segregation and prove their points. At the end, their efforts failed.
What would you guys like to have today? Yes. And what are you doing here? I don't serve blacks at this restaurant, so I need you.
Excuse you? I'm just sitting here in peace and mind my business, and I can order wherever I want to order from. I'm a citizen just like yourself.
I'm perfect. Sorry that took so long. Here are your drinks, and here is the food that you have ordered. Ma'am, I ask you kindly, I need you to get out of my restaurant.
No, I'm a citizen just like yourself, and I believe I should sit here.
I don't serve blacks in my restaurant, so get out.
Ever heard of 13, 14, or 15 amendments?
Yes, I have, but that doesn't count in my restaurant.
That's stupid, my man.
I'm calling the police.
Call them. They don't care.
Oh, they will.
No. They just get paid for their job.
I don't serve blacks in my restaurant, and she won't get out.
Miss, you have to leave. If she doesn't serve you, then you have to leave.
No, I don't have to leave.
Yes, you do, miss. Come on, you
No.
gotta leave.
Y'all don't know the 13, 14 amendment.
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.